And for Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lipson. We are now joined by the MIVA champion head coach Shane Davis after the Loyola Ramblers went to Romeoville, Illinois and knocked off Lewis. And Coach, just take us through the match. How would you assess your team's performance again, your third consecutive MIVA title?
Yeah, well, we played a great match tonight. The first set was pretty tough. Lewis came out on fire, mistake-free, and just did a great job in the transition game. And we really couldn't get any blockers in front of him, really slowed him down at all. And then it was, the crowd was behind him, a great atmosphere. And then set two was a complete flip, where we made a couple plays on defense. Our transition was doing really well. And then our serving started picking up, and we started scoring some points at the service line. And then, that set three ended up being the swing set for us, and we got a nice touch call late in set three, and we're able to pull it out, and then rode that momentum into set four to the end.
Yeah, Coach, talking about that overtime session, you guys were able to take advantage of a couple of calls and get some big plays. What does that say about your team just being able to rally back and really fight off a couple game points and get away and come out with that win there in that overtime?
Yeah, just the amount of determination and focus that my guys had late in that set. I mean, Lewis is just a tremendous serving team, a tremendous blocking team, and for us to be that good inside out just says a ton about my guys. And we were able to turn a couple points late, but just couldn't be more proud than the group. Yeah,
and Coach, talking about your outside attacker, Thomas Jeske, tonight, continuing to put up big numbers. It seems like every game he has 20-plus kills and is hitting 400. Can you just talk about his play this season and really how he's just seemed to continue to develop as a player?
Yeah, he had a tough stretch to start at the beginning here. He broke a bone in his foot with the national team over the summer, so this whole fall has been rehab and passing touches and just little things to kind of keep him going. Then he started off a little slow during the season, but Caldwell was carrying us and putting up All-American numbers until he tweaked his ab. And then by then, Thomas found his groove. But he's our leader, and he's just our rock. And his serve receive game is one of the best. His ability to hit out of system, in system, on the deck, he's just a tremendous volleyball player.
Yeah, and Coach, I want to ask you about two other of your players in particular here. The first being Jeff Jenkins, the freshman for you, put up big numbers tonight, 10 kills, hit 600 in the match. How has he been able to come in as a freshman and just seemingly play so well for you guys?
He's a great athlete. He's very agile. He reads the game very well. He plays like a veteran. His volleyball IQ is off the charts, and he's just really good with his hands as well. But he just kind of gets it, and you just can't teach some of the things that he's doing. And it's just nice for him to step in as a freshman and become our M1. And with Nick Olson's injury, where he was out with the month, we were able to put him in a big spot and rely a lot on him. I think it says a lot about his hard work and character and his ability to run a front quick, a 31, a back quick, and he just has a lot of options as an attacker.
Yeah, and talking about some of the injuries you guys overcame, you lost your opposite late in the season, have a new one in now. How do you feel that he was able to play tonight and moving forward in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, Ben Playstead, unfortunately, has an injury, and we don't know when he'll be back. And this whole year has been somewhat of a next man up mentality, and with a lot, I think majority of our starters at some point being out, and we've done a great job with our experience and the guys we've got in the gym, that next man up mentality, and they've come up big for us, and I think that just helps our gym and the confidence of our guys when they come in. But Ricky, he was a different timeline in terms of progress as a volleyball player. He came in pretty raw, and he's just been kind of on that upward momentum of getting better. And it was just kind of a freak thing with Ben, but Ricky stepped up, and he just continues to get better every match. And he's 6'11" and touches over 12 feet, and there's not too many guys in the league that can do that.
Yeah. And Coach, looking at this season as a whole for your team, you guys were number one throughout the majority of the season. Then you lost that Miva Geddon match in March, and for whatever reason, you guys plummeted in the polls for one loss, and it seems like people, for whatever reason, were sleepy on you. Was there any feeling amongst the team at all, kind of going in any extra motivation when you guys were, really so low in the poll, despite only having 2 losses?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at our 5th-year senior loss, our senior leadership from the previous years, and I didn't think we were necessarily the number 1 team early on in the year, just because of our youth and our inconsistency at that point. But we've been getting better, and I think we're one of the best right now, and I think tonight showed it as well. But I don't think those guys worry too much about the polls. We're the next match mentality as well, and we don't get too far ahead of ourselves.
All right. Well, Coach, and final question for me, or from me before we let you go. You kind of look at everything going into Selection Sunday. You guys potentially could be a top 2 seed. Do you feel that, this team with the win tonight should be the number 1 seed?
There's a lot of great teams out there that I think can be deserving of that number 1 spot or the top 2, and that's unfortunately not my decision. But I think we were right there. I think we're in the top group, and I think it'd be great if and hopefully after tonight proves it that we can be in the top 2 seed going into the tournament.